Hi, my name's Joss Walker. I'm an audio systems engineer here at Dirac, and I'm joining you from our headquarters in Uppsala, Sweden. Now, whether you're in marketing, sales, or engineering, I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about what we do here at Dirac and what's coming up for Massimo and Dirac in the coming years. Now, to understand what makes Dirac unique, let's go back to basics for a minute. Your room shapes your sound. Now, we've all experienced this whether you knew it or not. Your own voice in a large hall would sound very different to the same voice in a smaller room with softer surfaces. This can be unfortunate, as sound from your speakers also gets distorted by your room and everything in it. What do I mean by that? Well, the dimensions of the room and materials, along with the speaker placement, will interact to cause acoustic resonances, reflections, and even cancel some sounds from your speakers. So you could say that every room has its own unique acoustic fingerprint, and if not treated, that fingerprint is going to alter the way we hear, with a lack of clarity, dynamics, and a muddled soundstage, no matter how expensive your speakers are. Now, you can reduce these issues using physical acoustic treatment, like in this room, but effectively treating acoustics in a room can be bulky, expensive, and impractical. In a home, it can be unsightly to place the necessary treatment where it's needed, and while curtains and carpets do something at least, they're only really practical at the higher frequencies. That's where Dirac room correction technologies come in. As the name implies, our room correction software offers a great way to solve many of these problems. By measuring test signals from your speaker setup in the room, it can understand the unique acoustic fingerprint and apply appropriate processing techniques. Far beyond being a simple automatic EQ, it will apply a correction model designed specifically to remove the distortions and bring back the clarity, punch, and soundstage to your system for you to enjoy. This way you can really get the most out of your system. So, Dirac Live consists of 3 products, which could be considered as layers, each building upon the last. First, there's room correction. Now, this is our core technology at the heart of Dirac Live. Using mixed phase impulse response correction, it precisely corrects the time and frequency alignment, creating a great foundation to correct and customize the sound for each speaker. Then we have bass control, and this one's especially important when you have multiple subwoofers. Getting the best seat-to-seat bass coverage has typically been a dark art, but by using a complex system of all-pass filters, bass control optimizes how your subwoofers work together and interact within the room. Without correction, bass can easily become boomy or uneven. Bass control ensures you get accurate, consistent bass coverage across the whole listening area. Here we can see an example of how the seat-to-seat consistency and extension in the bass response is dramatically improved using bass control. Both room correction and bass control are already available on many Massimo devices, and many of you have seen firsthand how much they improve the sound. Now we're taking it one step further with our most advanced solution yet, active room treatment. So, what does active room treatment actually do? Active room treatment, or ART, optimizes your room's acoustics in a way that's never been possible before. To understand ART, let's first look at how we approach room correction. In room correction, we measure how each speaker performs in your room and apply filters to adjust its sound so that it matches a predefined ideal frequency response or target curve. This method is known as SIMO filtering, single input, multiple output. But this method can only go so far towards reaching the target across all seats. Now, ART takes this exact thing into account. By using multiple speakers at the same time, it can further improve the sound of each channel. This idea is the foundation of ART. This method uses our unique MIMO correction technology, multiple input, multiple output, which means it considers all the speakers together and adjusts them to create one unified system. Instead of working alone, your speakers now work as a team to create clearer, more balanced sound. As speakers are working together, they use their strengths to support each other and correct for the room's acoustic issues. They can share playback information, adjusting so that the sound reaching your ears is as close to the original as possible. ART focuses on the 20 to 150 Hz bass range, because that's where most room-related problems happen, and it's where acoustic treatment won't really help that much. This low-end frequency range can cause unwanted issues that not only distort bass, but can mask important details higher up in the frequency spectrum. To fix this, ART uses bass-capable support speakers to help the main ones. These support speakers are calculated to either boost or attenuate sound in just the right places, reducing interference from the room and strengthening the overall sound. It's a bit like teamwork, where stronger players can cover the weak spots, so the whole team performs better. So now you know about the technology behind ART, let's take a listen at how this might sound in reality. Now, for this, you'll need to be wearing headphones, and if you're not, you can always listen back to this later to properly experience the results. What you just listened to was a binaural recording of a bass sequence played over a 2.2 speaker system in a typical living room. That's just 2 bookshelf speakers and 2 subwoofers, but even this small setup shows how effective ART can be. The effect only grows stronger as you add more speakers. These recordings represent what a listener would hear in the room, both with and without Dirac active room treatment. What you'll notice is that ART reduces low-frequency decay times, cutting out that muddy bass. So, to wrap it up, room correction lays the foundation by aligning time and frequency response for each speaker, giving you clarity and precision. Bass control builds on that by managing your subwoofers to deliver smooth, consistent bass across your entire space. And now, active room treatment takes it even further. By using the hardware already in the room, it controls the room's decay, removing resonances for a much tighter, dynamic sound, true to source. Together, they form a powerful toolkit that helps you get the very best out of your system. Every room has its challenges, but at Dirac, we go beyond traditional thinking, creating a smart, powerful way to tackle acoustical problems. Together with Massimo, we make sure that our customers get the very best out of their system. We've got a lot to look forward to in the year ahead, and we're excited to build it together. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the headphone demos.